What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Player. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Kronos. His name is Mariano. The map is everyone's favorite map, Mediterranean. This is game number 2 of this best of 3 for the group stages of the Vibly Champions League Season 2. We've seen Mariano losing the first game with his Atlantean Uranos, player winning the first game with his Hades, and both players switching, but not switching away from the civs. They're switching away from their preferred gods, and we're going to be seeing a Kronos on Mediterranean. Kronos on Mediterranean is one of those gods which kind of indicates, it basically just gives its hand. That's the problem with Kronos. Kronos just shows its hand. You're playing, essentially what you're doing against Kronos is you're playing someone, imagine you're playing poker, right? You're playing poker and the Kronos player sits down at the table and he turns his cards around at you and he shows 3 jacks and a 2 and a 4 or whatever. Shows you 3 jacks and he's like, dude, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. And then the opposing player has to go, he's got 3 jacks. That's a real solid hand. But I see he's got 3 jacks. So I need to make sure that I have better than 3 jacks. And if you have better than 3 jacks, you win. That's the analogy. Right? Is that a good one? Did you like, was that one all right? Anyways, back to the game. We saw a deconstruct on this dock. Complete waste of the god power, but you get 3 of them, so why not waste it? It slows down the docks a little bit, but honestly, what you want to do when this happens to you as Greek is you just build a second dock straight away. You build the second dock straight away, and then you're totally fine. But player hasn't done that, and he may actually struggle to get the second dock up as well, because it might make him advance slightly late. So you want to go up around 320 to 330, sorry, 420 to 430 with Poseidon. And then you should be okay to defend any sort of Kronos rush. Maybe Mariano goes for the 4-minute advance. It sort of ends up being 410 on Mediterranean, especially with a crappy Mediterranean like this with the water so far away. Or he might just go for a 430. We do see the temple coming up very, very early, so this does make me feel like it's the 4-minute advance time here, or at least an attempted 4-minute advance time. Mariano's got 0 wood in the bank and he's chucking the villager over on the pig, so he is going for that. He's moved over to chicken here as well. It's actually perfectly executed, and he's going to be dumping his fishing ships in, and there he can advance. Really nice play from Mariano, but as we said, with this sort of Mediterranean, the best you can expect is a 410. So it's 15 seconds later than it otherwise should be. If you were to have had like a Mediterranean where the dock can be built like here, for example, that's the difference in terms of how much food you get. Anyways, player still not advancing, moving forward to get this dock up. The dock should be able to get up, but he's only going to have 2, which means the deconstruction is going to be really, really big. And unlike killing the dock, a deconstruction doesn't give the Poseidon player militia. So that feels bad, but you do get your wood back. So we'll see if player's going to throw up another dock over here. That's what I'd like to see. One more dock over this side away from this, so it's not going to get spotted. There's the temple coming down for Mariano. Lots of surprises here in this game. That's for sure. And now the dock's coming up, but the oracles are coming in, and the question's going to be, will they spot this dock coming up or not? And they do immediately come straight onto this home dock here, and the second dock is already basically finished as the Promethean coming in. If we jump over to Mariano's point of view, he does see the dock going up, so he should know that there's 3 docks here, and player just about to hit the next age. Very, very late here, 80%, so about 16 seconds or so, or 12 seconds or so behind on the advance time he would have liked to have had here. And that's just, I think that's comes down to a little bit of lots of things here. And there's the immediate pestilence onto these two docks over here. That's going to stop a bunch of bareems coming in. We see the triremes coming out. We do have a Cyclops here as well. These fishing ships going to get pulled back. Player's got a little bit of food left in the back, but he has forgotten villagers. He has forgotten the villagers from the town center. This fishing ship coming back out on this location here. He needs, he's actually got enough docks here to survive, but still no villagers being produced for player. Absolutely devastating for him. Still not build them. Obviously, you will forget if you haven't started them because you've got auto queue and you just don't think about it. And there's the Promethean offspring getting sniped. The Theseus and the Cyclops just do so much damage here that even though there's 3 hero oracles, it's just not enough. And I don't think they even have focus. And now the villagers have started for players. So very far behind on that villager count. We'll see if that matters. Mariano has gone 3 docks here. It's quite a lot of docks, maybe overkill, but we'll see how it's going to go. He's not going to be able to afford to build Bareem from all 3, but he will have all of the different dock spots. But now we've got a good healthy amount of Bareem against the Trireme, 7-7. So a little bit of an advantage for player on the Trireme count because the Bareem do have less stats. Ooh, nice snipe on the fishing ship. That's 25 food gone in that it was carrying, plus the 50 wood that it has as well. So that's huge. We might see player actually rebuild that fishing ship or something, but now just pulling back into these docks. Another deconstruct here. Not sure about that deconstruction because that's going to give player an extra 100 wood to play with that he otherwise didn't have. See how he's going to go here. 13 villagers on wood at this point. And I think a lot of what's going on now for player is simply just because he didn't have those villagers building. And now Cyclops and Theseus searching around inside of Mariano's base looking for some harass. And he will find that citizen up there, which could be absolutely huge. We'll see if Mariano's going to be focusing here. You'd have to get a couple of... As soon as you send this onto this unit here, you need to start microing like a crazy person because otherwise the town bell will go up and he will notice it. But look at this damage here. The citizen going down. The oracle's coming over here. The citizen will make it back. Has noticed that one there. And if we see this, we've only got 4 trireme remaining per player. He's going to be building into the docks. And it's looking as if Mariano is going to be able to hold on for the time being. Military barracks coming up as player moving in as with an attempt to goal sub with no Hippolyta here. Or Chiron? Hippolyta. With no Hippolyta here, he can't really push off this gold mine. We are seeing these Bareem just ignoring the Trireme for the time being. He's actually throwing his advantage quite significantly. He's 6 Trireme against 8 Bareem, and he's going after the dock. The dock will fall. That is still 2 militia, though. And we'll see if that's going to matter. Player not moving those militia back to ship. He is going to start moving back. Nice attempted micro here from Mariano. If you're in the shoes of player, you really don't want to be pullback microing here. You just want to be doing as much DPS as you can, simply because he's got the stronger boats. And the speed of the Bareems actually does matter. And he has managed to hold on here. The Cyclops and Theseus still going to town over on this location, going to attempt to take down the manor now. Do have some Miller getting built. That's going to be another Valor coming through for those. That should be enough to send these units away. There's the Valor. There's the 3 Miller coming over, going to be pushing player away. Player notices it immediately. And now the docks are back up. And houses need to start coming down again. 55 population to 71 population. So now the issue for player is how does he deal with this army that's coming for him? 3 Hero Mamilo, 2 Oracles, even with Chiron. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a tough one. You can just cast, or you can't cast Sentinels because you're Poseidon. So there's a lot of issues that are actually here for player. We've got 11 Bareem coming out. We are seeing the Bareems getting taken down, and this is not what you like to see. Player with 500 gold in the bank for a second there. I think he's just had a lot of issues producing units, and this wood line here is so bad for him. You definitely shouldn't have sent that many villagers onto it. Definitely up to here would have helped out quite a bit. We are seeing the militia coming over here, and maybe at this point this army of players might go relatively even so long as the Theseus can tank the majority of it. We're seeing the Bareem pushing in, and yet again player not not really able to keep up these villager production or much else because he's consistently having to pull his units in. We are seeing the militia turning around, going after that oracle first. The oracle will fall, but the militia fall very fast after. The catastrophe is tanking a ton of damage there. 2 hero Mamillos, or 1 hero Mamillo and 2 oracles going down. Wait, 1 oracle going down. So very, very good trade here from player. But meanwhile, Mariano is still pushing in onto this location. Nice micro from Mariano to pull the player ships back. But at this point, you just have to focus fire micro. Player's ships are stronger, and he will win this fight as Mariano has to pull back, and the fishing ships immediately return back onto their fishing spots. Nice pull here from player, bringing the Bareem close to him. Really nice play there. And then once you pull the Bareem in, that's the Conkai. If you don't need a micro anymore, you just have to focus fire. Anyways, we do see that the Cyclops has fallen at this point. 1 Murmillo hero left, going to be chasing the Theseus down. The Theseus will actually fall to this Murmillo that's chasing him down, so you may as well turn around and fight that one there and just take the damage, or take the dealt damage there. But not going to be doing that one just yet. More houses coming up for player, and players pushing back in yet again. This sort of aggression that players attempting to pull onto the Bareem has to stop, because these Bareem so much more versatile than the trireme of this stage, in this stage of the game. So speedy, so much micro, so much open seas. It's not what you want. You want to be underneath these docks, abusing those docks here. And you can see population is 91 to 61 here, as player has to retreat yet again, as the Bareem can then chase them down and get even more damage done. We have a little bit of a lull now, as players may be considering just hanging back. He does have the next dock up. At this point, it's probably worth it to just kind of give up on water for player and just get town centers if he can. 3 town centers he's got. Oh, he doesn't have that many pigs. That's kind of the issue. He has an Auroch. How many? He's got 6 pigs. Nah. Not the best, but it is decent. We are seeing him still attempting to hold on here, pulling back underneath 2 docks here, but there's so many Bareems for Mariano, as he's just completely flooding. 108 population to 69 population for player, and now player's making his way over onto this this town center here. Is he still building them? He is still building trireme. Sometimes you just need to not fight water. It's all done. So basically now, if player had cut these trireme, he'd be able to get this town center going, and be able to get this town center going very, very quickly. And instead, Mariano is actually going to get the town center up first, as player is still building trireme. My God. What can you do about it? Who knows? We just see the trireme popping out now. Moving around with these ones. Maybe you can go for some raids on the fishing ship, but again, like, probably not the best of ideas. Oh, we're seeing Mariano go for military units straight away. I actually really, really like that, because the gold mine's going to be expired very soon. He knows there's villagers gathering over here, so he might be able to just push through here with the bonus fish that he's got. But he does have to be aware that these trireme are going to be hitting his fishing ships, and that's going to really hurt the economy. Nice micro from Mariano, but player does kill one of those fishing ships. Now the Bareem going back and going to be cleaning these guys up. Meanwhile, player's going to have to somehow defend the Uranos flood on this gold mine. He's got a Murmillo hero over here. What I would love to see is just a citizen walk forward and wall this off. If you're going for this aggression, just do it. That's what you got to do. Now Polita taking down the Murmillo. Mariano going to be pushing, going to get pushed back, as players has managed to hold on, but Mariano behind this, getting one talent center. Might be considering to get the second talent center as well. Mimilo does fall. And there's the talent center going up for player. So he has managed to get that one out. The trireme have been picked off that were built by player, and Mariano's in a decent position. But this game is far from over here. So long as player, I mean, the issue is kind of food. Player's going to have to build farms, which is really not what you want. But this town center secures this gold mine, which is huge. Means he's not going to have to really worry about defending too hard. The Terma can come in and snipe these Toxotes. Nice micro from player. Nice ability to recognize that those Terma were not firing there, and you could get a couple of volleys off and then pull back. The Terma are chasing them down. More Toxotes coming in. There's the town center up. But can player even support this? He's going to have to start building farms. Does have the Auric over here as well. And there's the farms. Does he have husbandry and plow? 0 upgrades for player. How's Mariano's upgrades looking? 0 upgrades as well. But hand axe and pickaxe coming in. You got the double economic guild by Mariano. That's hilarious. Now player moving up here. We're taking down a Terma. And Valor looked like it was cast yet again to get some more of those beautiful, beautiful units out. And now, what is player going to do? What is player going to do? What is Mariano going to do? Looks like just straight 3 town centers here by Mariano. It's going to be time shifting this temple somewhere. Is he going through... Or he's trying to go through Hyperion. Does the relic get brought over as well? No. That's so funny. All right. Momilo is falling over here as well. Hyperion coming in. It does make you wonder how good... What's the level that Atlantean players can get to? Because I always see this. 800, 900 resources in the bank. Just do it a little bit more crisp. Everything comes out a lot faster. You feel really, really good. But it's not happening here. Player still not getting this talent center. He has decided to eat the Auroch, which is helping a lot. But he needs to get this town center up. He's just spamming units out. Hyperion's going to be in. And I do wonder what Mariano's going to think. Does he go Atlas or does he go Helios here? If he goes Atlas, he can kill off the entire army of player, and then also have those Argus for potential Chimera or for Colossus. But equally, if he goes Helios, he's going to be able to jump over and take out this gold mine and this town center very, very easily while pressuring over here. And we'll see what he's going to choose here as he's throwing up that market instantly. 1,000 gold here. And the town center is on the way for player. So player's going to be a solid like 2 minutes behind on teching, it looks like. So that's going to be a Mythic Age Mariano or Mythic Age Kronos against Classical Age Poseidon for sure. And he is going through Atlas, so that's going to be huge. All these low HP units, no upgrades here. We'll see how that's going to go. Moving forward, going to be chucking these wooden walls up for player, but and we'll see how this is going to go. We need to see like a palace or something for... Yeah, I thought I didn't get the myth units wrong. We do have to see like a palace or something coming up for Mariano so we can start getting those siege units out. No attempted market in the corner. The market's decent here. It's a long map, so he can start trade if he wants to. Moving forward with these units, going to be hitting this gold mine. It's going to be a big, big raid. Player should know that it's coming, though, because the wall was up and it's just being knocked down. We do see him throwing up a stable, though. This is very late reaction. Clearly, this army is coming in to push off this gold mine. Player's not reacting to it just yet. And Aphrodite is coming in now for player. So he's going to be Heroic Age, but he's got no upgrades on this army here. And Implode is going to hit so hard. And there's the palace coming up for Mariano. And this is already heavy infantry as well, so the Aphrodite not going to do as much damage because these have tons of HP. Normally, if you can use your curse a little bit earlier, you do a lot more damage. And there's the Aphrodite, and should probably cast curse straight away. And there's the Implode. All of these fall. You can't even jump into the town center to get away from it. And this was, we'll see if any of these Toxotes do survive. Apparently, Implode doesn't work. They're not supposed to be able to run away from it. Well, that's tragic. That's giving player a lot of opportunity here to stay alive. And we see him attacking at the top. Obviously, like maybe the Implode should have been cast here so they couldn't run away. Oh, when we see Secrets of the Titans coming through for Mariano. Obviously, the next step of the process. And there's the Chaos getting used onto the Nemean line. Nemean line immediately turns around onto this army, going to be attempting to take down the Greek units here, as Mariano is happily taking that one on his team to push through here. Now the units still pushing in. We see the palace. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. The palace time shifting from one side over to the other side so he can start attacking. Do see the fortress coming up. This is the ultimate castle drop. You don't see this in Age of Empires 2. And there's the there's the Aphrodite, the curse. Does pick up a couple of... Wait, how many did he get? 3 units with it. This is like... This has to be like the worst god power usage I've ever seen. We see Fire Simon decided to come out for Mariano. He's got so many resources in the bank. He's going to have a Titan very, very soon. But player may be able to get Artemis and an Earthquake out in time. He has snuck some Toxotes back here. He's got a Kataskopos, even though it's only got 6 HP. But Artemis is on the way. It's still going to be maybe like 50% upgraded though. Or built by the time Earthquake comes in. I'm not sure it's going to be enough. But we'll see. Now Fire Siphon able to start taking this down. There's the Titan Gate coming in. It's actually in a really, really good spot. Very far away, but player is making the move with his Toxotes over here. So we'll see lots of buildings around here. One way you can counter Earthquake on your Titan Gate is by just spamming out a bunch of buildings around here. Just make like a couple more military barracks and then all of the damage is spread out. But we'll see if it's going to be enough. 50% of the way through, Titan Gate is spewing up at this point. We are seeing Mariano is time shifting buildings over here as well because he's aware of what might come through, and he's getting Titan Shield and Architects. Oof. So if player is smart, he'll cast the Earthquake so it only hits like these units over here, but still, each of these are going to have so much HP with this Titan Shield. Look at this go up. 1560. Pretty crazy amount of HP on those buildings. Meanwhile, we're seeing the Petropolis taking down the palace. Titan Gate's up to 5,000 HP. And Earthquake only does 10,000, right? Or is it 8,000? 10,000 HP? So he probably kills this. It's going to be close, actually. It's going to be super, super close. There it is. Oh, he used it on the town center. There's no way it goes down, right? Yeah, it doesn't go down. It doesn't kill anything. I mean, it buys him some time, I guess. He didn't place it right. He could have actually killed the Titan Gate. He placed it further this way away from the town center. That's tragic. Now Chimera coming through. That's a big unit, but there are more Chaos to be used. And in this moment, player does decide to tap out, realizes the Titan is incoming. There's no real way to defend against that without being set up. As Greek, you need to have like a bunch of Heliopolis plus all your heroes, and they kind of chase them around, and then that's kind of a decent enough trade that you're going to be fine. But player not able to get there. The Earthquake not killing a town center or basically anything. Wait, so hang on. Implode was useless. Curse was useless. Earthquake was useless. Let's just say Chaos was useless to just run with the meme. Like, it killed a Nemean Lion. It didn't really help. High level game we're watching here, guys. That's a really good game, though. Well played by Mariano. Player needed to give up on the water a little bit earlier. There's really no way he was going to win it at that stage. And after 11, 12 minutes, it doesn't matter at all. You can get your 3 town centers going. You have a really safe second gold mine, so you don't have to worry about it. And you'll be able to get to the Mythic Age maybe 30 seconds behind when the Atlantean player gets to the Mythic Age. But player doesn't opt to do that. And Mariano does manage to take the win here. GG, well played. If you guys enjoyed the games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.